to be a little bit smaller than usual. So we crossed paths, didn't we, on the cardio machine?
Do we rub shoulders or cross paths?
Well, it's a cross.
Given your broad shoulders,
yeah, broad shoulders anyway. You know, we were standing sunner style. You know, say feet to feet, shoulder to shoulder.
I like it.
You know,
I mean, it was funny, wasn't it? Because I think we were just passing. I don't know. It was a few weeks after I did my radio show a couple of times, and when you saw me, kind of saluted at me, and I thought, what's the meaning of that salute? Why is he kind of like talking to me like that for? You know, I was kind of humbled, and I thought, you know, what's going on here, Tariq? You know, oh, Asif, you know, you're X, Y, and Z. I said, Tariq, you know what? You seem the kind of character who needs to be on air, because I said to him, you've got a great face for radio, and he was
Absolutely.
like, mashallah, Asif, you know, I'm really impressed. So we started talking about this whole idea of us getting together, doing a show together, and it was, I think in previous weeks I was supposed to contact the brother and get him on, but it never happened. But alhamdulillah, I thought to myself, right, you know, he's one guy, one dude I need to get on air.
Absolutely.
So, Tariq, how's things with yourself anyway?
Alhamdulillah, always alhamdulillah. It doesn't matter what is happening in your life, all praise is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And first and foremost, we've got to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything that He's given us. But yeah, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to actually be on air. And
I'm very humbled for you to accept my opportunity.
You know, and with your families.
Absolutely. I mean, just using a quick analogy of us guys, we're kind of like, you know, conditioned, seasoned kind of athletes in the gym, so we're always in there. You know, when you see guys who are stronger and more developed than you, you watch and observe what they do, and when you notice something new that you're not doing, you normally incorporate it into your life. So I think that's the point we're trying to make here, is that, look, you know, we're all here in this lifetime, in this particular moment in time, throughout the history of time of mankind, and our purpose is purely defined to us by our Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whatever we can pass on, whatever we can share, whatever we can learn from each other, if it enhances and gets us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's the very essence of life, very purpose of life. Because Allah is the one to judge over, you know, judge over us and determine whether we are the ones who will enter the paradise or hellfire. But we cannot stop trying. We cannot stop encouraging others to do, because our little effort that we make could change somebody's life, that could have an impact on our lives. So we don't realize the small little trickles or little steps that we take, or little words that we say, how they can impact other people's lives.
Absolutely. And what it is, you've just got to think about it. Small deeds. You know, don't pass over small deeds. And small deeds add up. You know, they're not wasted. And what you realize is these small deeds have a cumulative effect in the hereafter, and you know, and when you do, inshallah, reach Jannah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, look at all these small deeds, and you don't even realise that you've done these little small deeds, and it's the small deeds that'll take you to Jannah.
SubhanAllah, very true, very true. I mean, before we actually get into the discussion of the show, I said, Tariq, we need to have a bit of a back and forth before we actually kind of get into nitty gritty of this show, because it's nice to sort of like give you guys a bit of a reality. I know, you know, Brother Tariq, you know, he's got his own little interests and stuff, but we met the other night and we decided, look, you know, we need to meet up and have this conversation about the show. So Tariq was kind of like me, you know, likes his food, so we said, let's get some food. And I'm not going to mention the place that we dined at, but we both agreed upon the place we wanted to go. And Brother Tariq, mashallah, he's got a healthy appetite, you know, and he tried to push me like a brother would do, and I had to give way. I said, Brother Tariq, you know, I just can't push the boat that far, you know.
It's that one last rep, isn't it? It's that one last rep, or one last kebab that did it.
I think it was 1-2 kebabs too many for me that night, you know. So alhamdulillah, I did see the brother's kind of endurance for food.
Absolutely. But what I do need to do is, first of all, apologise to Brother Asif's wife, you know, for keeping him past his bedtime.
Oh, you know, she was really concerned that night when I went home. She goes, Asif, you got home really late. You know, it's not like you know, it's like this suspicious look at me and like, you know, where have you been? I said, oh, look, I've been with a brother called Tariq, you know, I put it on my Facebook as well, you know, look, if you check my post, he's there, it's that guy there, it's not another woman or anything like that, it's not another, you know, a second wife, or it's that brother there, you know. So like, you know, it was the questioning that I got that night, and I thought to myself, subhanAllah, you know, Brother Tariq kept me up till late, and I'm normally an early bird. I hit the sack by like, after Isha, I go straight to sleep, but Brother Tariq is a bit of a all night man, you know, being 44 years young, like, you know.
That's it, you know. I've got
I had to keep up with you, Tariq.
Was it? Yeah. Next time, inshallah, you know, we'll see if we can last till 12:30.
The next one's on me, Tariq, by the way. Yeah, we're going somewhere else, inshallah. Anyway, anything else you'd like to discuss with me, Tariq, before we get into the nitty gritty stuff? Would you like to talk about maybe your week, what you've done this week, anything interesting, any highlights that you had?
The only highlight was going out for lunch with yourself.
Give over now.
You know
Give over, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't say that to me now. Come on.
No, but other than that, it's well, a little bit about myself, you know, before we carry on, so you know where I'm coming from. Alhamdulillah, 44 years young. You know,
Get away, Tariq. Get away. Don't say that again. Come on. Don't say 44.
That again, aren't we? Alhamdulillah, I've got four children.
MashaAllah.
Ranging from 22 down to 13.
Wow.
Government employee working for a department that
He says no more.
It says no more, or you know, for the up out there, government and no pre.
It's all hush hush.
Hush 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 hush. Can we? It's like